discuss this further, Eileen McCarthy is the spokesperson for the Norwegian Refugee Council, and she joins us now live from Kabul. Welcome to the programme. You're there in Kabul. How bad is the civilian crisis given the rapid advance of the Taliban and reports that they are encircling the city?
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I think highlighting the impact of the current escalation in conflict on civilians, we've seen high numbers of civilian casualties as well as large-scale civilian displacement across the country. Our teams operate in 14 provinces across the country, and the needs that we're seeing of the civilian population are significant. This week in Kabul, we've seen a lot of people arriving, especially from the northern province where the fighting has been some of the fiercest. People have fled the fighting as it reached their previously peaceful villages, arriving with just what they had at the time. We're also seeing a lot of that population with a high number of children and women, with men having stayed behind to protect their homes and their properties.
And we have US intelligence saying that Kabul could be taken by the Taliban within weeks. Where would people in Kabul and people that have moved there go to? What's the plan?
Yeah, I think we're not military experts, but we are monitoring the humanitarian situation, and people have sought refuge in Kabul as a safe place. We know a high number are staying in open areas of the city, as well as also with family members who have been able to take them in. We know that the needs are significant and are likely to get worse as the situation deteriorates here in Kabul as well as across the country.
And we've got the World Food Programme saying that 1 in 3 Afghans are acutely food insecure today, that they don't have anything to eat, much to eat. How worse could this get, and how quickly?
Yeah, I think what we're seeing right now in Afghanistan is the perfect storm of crises happening at the same time. We're seeing escalating conflict amidst climate change. We are also experiencing a drought in Afghanistan, as well as just coming off of the third wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. So the needs for the population were already significant. About half of the population was in need of humanitarian assistance, and we're expecting that those numbers will continue to go up as the situation deteriorates.
And there are reports that around 1,000 Afghans are believed to be crossing into Turkey every single day after grueling journeys through Iran. What are they telling you, and who is leaving and why?
Yeah, I think people are looking for a safe place to have their families, and just as we hope in every country to have a place where you're able to put food on the table. We know that Afghans are trying to seek refuge outside of the borders, but that's also becoming increasingly more difficult. So it's really critical that neighboring countries and others are able to provide international protection, given the high security risks in the country at the moment.
And that's just, leads me to my next question, because in the last hour we've heard of so many embassies are pulling out their staff. For how much longer can your colleagues stay in Afghanistan to do the fantastic work that you do?
Yeah, we are aiming to stay and deliver, especially given the huge needs that are existing across the country. As the Norwegian Refugee Council, we have about 1,600 staff across the country, many of whom are at the center of the conflict themselves. So we will be trying to make sure that we're able to get back out when the fighting calms down and be able to reach those most in need. For us here in Kabul, we're monitoring the situation actively, and we'll do our best to make sure that we are able to continue to meet those needs.
Eileen, you have an incredible and remarkable job. Good luck to you and your team, and do stay safe.